Hey friends, welcome to Skyline Stroll. Today we're doing our first storytime video, and it's going to be about this guy sitting behind me, Nimbus, my best bud. So I've had him in contextually for like a year and a half now. He's about 5 years old, and today I'm just going to sit here and talk about what I know he's been through and what I don't know he's been through and how I've tried to help since then. For reference, he probably won't let me show it on camera just because he doesn't like to have his face messed with much, but he's got a busted canine and a scar on his bottom lip, probably from where he got like kicked in the face or something. I'm not certain. I got him 2 years ago, not 2 years ago, a year and a half ago from a like pet daycare place in the town I was living in that he had basically been abandoned at, from what I understand. My roommate at the time worked there and asked if it was all right if he got brought home, and I said it would be okay for a couple of weeks until you found him somewhere to stay, because I'm believing that I was under the impressions that this place was going to put him down. I'm not going to use the business's name for obvious reasons. But he had been there, and I almost went and found it. He has a trazodone prescription. Yeah, dude's doggy PTSD is so bad he has a trazodone prescription of all the things. And it's funny because I also have CPTSD, which is one of the videos I'll probably do soon, but it's just funny. It's like, who left a guy with PTSD in charge of a dog with PTSD? Who did that? Well, but he did bond to me more so, and my first interaction with him was just him trying to kill me, just blatantly. I came into my home, and my roommate was sitting there, and he was sitting there, and he freaked out, and he lunged at me and started snapping at me, and we had to quickly shuttle him into the crate, where he proceeded to bark for the rest of the night. Hackling, snarling, not happy. Not happy. He doesn't like guys as much. Fair enough, I guess. And so that was my first interaction with him. And I'm actually pretty social. I used to be a pretty social person. I used to have a lot of people over all the time, and when I first got him, that became real challenging, because as soon as I decided to have more than two people over, even after he was more comfortable in the home, for a while it was quite problematic. He didn't want to let people come in, he didn't want to let people go between rooms, he didn't want to let people get up out of their chair. We had to like bribe him with treats and meat to originally get people in the door. But over time he realized he was safe, he's comfortable, and he's going to be taken care of, and he's definitely eased up over the year. We used to have to give him the trazodone all the time. Now I haven't given him one in like 3 months, maybe more. How you doing, buddy? You tired? So, regardless, I remember my roommate like freaking out about 3 nights into having him, and just like, what if he can't get better? What if he's just always gonna be like this? So it's like, what do we do? And it's like, for starters, let's just give it some time. Wounds, pain, stress, you don't just step out of those and they immediately go away. They linger within your mind and body for a while, right? And so if you've been abandoned and left in this like stressful system, and your life is a lot of sitting in crates and eating low quality food, you feel like a prisoner more than you feel like you're loved or anything. Yeah, you're gonna you're gonna get like that, right? You're gonna get real uppity about your situation, real hyper alert, real worried about it, right? And so it was a lot of work getting him to cool off and feel safe. Now I can have my friends over. Hell, they can come over when I'm not here, and he won't be an issue for them. He might bark, whatever. It's a dog, right? And but yeah, when we first started over, I had to be like real careful about having people over. I had to be careful about coming into the house myself because he didn't like me at first. I had to earn his trust. Play was a big part of that. There was a dog park pretty close to our place. We'd run him down there. I would just throw, he'd catch, and we did some bonding that way. A lot of tug of war too. I mean, some of my shorts are just me and him playing tug of war with big sticks he brings me. So, but I figured I'd do the channel mascot as my first video, and so I don't know all of his backstory for obvious reason. I've only had him for the most recent year of his life, but it's really clear he went through it, and even now he likes to back away. He's pretty skittish. But he's a lot of fun. He's real friendly, real playful, and he's not like, I wouldn't call him dangerous. Like, maybe when I first got him, I genuinely would have. I debated getting like a beware of dog sign, a muzzle for emergencies, whatever else, but at the end of the day, it never came to that. He mellowed out over time by showing him a soft space and allowing him to work through and come to his own say at a peace. He mellowed out a bunch. He mellowed out so much, and so I keep the meds around in case, like, so for instance, I guess I should give an update while we're sitting here. The Florida trip still happening, got delayed to the 1st of May. A-okay with me. I still get to go down to Florida. I'm still hoping to see some sea turtles. I realize it ain't the best season for that, but a man can hope. And so that'll actually probably be the next time I give him a trazodone, because he is not going to be allowed to go. And so as much as he's gotten a lot better about like the aggression and the obvious anxieties, he now is very like codependent. He doesn't like to let me out the door. He likes to sit at the door during the time of days he knows I'm gonna leave. He has definitely broken out of the house a couple of times when I've been out walking and came and found me. I don't even know, like maybe the screen door over here. Sometimes he like shoves past one of the other people I live with. But he's got real bad separation anxiety now. And so I'm a little worried about this week. He's not going to be alone for the week. One of the people I live with isn't. Actually, a couple of the people aren't going on the trip. So it's not like he's going to be alone for that week, right? Like, he won't be with me, and I think I am his primary, like, emotional support at this point. But I'm hoping he'll be okay. And I'm going to make sure to leave the other person I live with trazodone to make sure he doesn't freak out. He also does this really funny thing where when he is like alone and like stressed out about that, he'll go to the trash cans and collect. Yeah, you heard me right. Collect trash. He ain't like per se destroying it. He isn't even per se raiding for food. He will go collect trash and take it to his crate and make a little pile of it. I do not understand the psychology here, but he goes and hoards trash when I leave. I think that's the one thing I'm like dreading about living on my own in the next year is what happens when I come home from work every day and all the trash cans have voided their bowels onto my floor. Thanks, buddy. You know, you could be more in this video too. You could like look at the camera and shit. Yeah. Yeah, you tuning it out though? Or are you liking the outside? You might also just be tired. We went for a good walk earlier. So, yeah, since I've only had him for a year and a half and I don't know his whole backstory, this will probably be a pretty short story time to kick it off. I've pretty well caught you up to speed with his tale at this point. Happy doggo. Happy Nimbus. Good boy. And so I wanted to do something kind of lighter for the first story time video. Also kind of address the channel mascot. And with the next one, we'll probably talk a bit more life lesson-y learnt at the barrel of a shotgun, as opposed to a happy tale of a dog making a comeback. But that's okay. I mean, my content's all about trying to find your own peace of mind and trying to understand yourself better and trying to find peace in a very, very hectic world. So, yeah, I think that's going to pretty well conclude my first segment of story time. I realize this is pretty short compared to one of my normal videos, But this wasn't according to plan. I was actually supposed to be road tripping right now, so instead I'm like, okay, well, I'll do this short video here, and then the video I have planned for when I get down to Florida, I'll do then. And I'm probably going to need to plug another video or two in between here and there to really flesh things out. I got something cool planned for Florida. But in the meantime, I hope hearing about my best friend here was heartwarming at least. And if you ever feel like you're too lost in the shadows, you're too lost in the abyss, you can't turn around, you can't walk away, you can. Life can get better, life can get cool, life can get peaceful. And if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment if you have any other subjects you'd like to hear about, or anything particular in my life you'd like to be a story time subject. Let me know. I can talk about work experience, I can talk about being a dumb little kid, and anything else in between, right? So thank you so much, and I hope to see you in another Skyline Stroll. Next one will probably be out walking, as you can imagine.